Hey, what's up, motherfuckers? It's Phoenix here. Welcome back to my channel. So, today I am just here recording on my MacBook. This lighting could be any more horrendous. Don't think so. But yeah, I just got home from Ulta. Bought a bunch of makeup. Is anyone surprised? No. So I'm gonna mess around with it today, and the reason I'm recording on my MacBook is because I'm too fucking lazy to actually set up a camera and go on my vanity and like do all the shit that I normally have to do to set up for a YouTube video. So today is gonna be a very, how should I say, chilled out version of my normal videos. So let's get started. Just a little heads up for you guys, I have decided today not to fuck with any face makeup, just because didn't really buy any new face makeup. I just don't really feel like doing any face makeup today. Today's just kind of one of those days where I just want to like slap on some eye makeup and like feel gorgeous. So that's what we gonna do. Anyway, without any further interruptions, let's jump right into the actual look. Transition. Allow me to apologize right here at the very beginning, right off the bat, for any lighting changes. It was cloudy all day today, but now the cloud formations are kind of starting to break up, and it's partly cloudy, so sometimes the lighting might change from sunny to cloudy and vice versa. So let's get started. You remember how approximately 10 or so minutes ago I said that I was not going to be using any face makeup? Well, that was a damn lie. I'm going to be using these LA Girl Pro concealers on my lids. Oh god, that was a lot. Holy fuck. It's meant to be not using very much because I wanted to blend it out into like a nice light coverage. Ooh, I put a lot on. I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild Photo Focus loose powder, set everything the house. I'm just taking an M527, dusting away excess powder, and then I'm gonna take an M438, which I use for like a precision powder dusting brush, so like right in these tight crevices right here where that M527 can't quite get. Oh, actually, now that this is oxidized, I didn't use too much of that fairest color. This, like, ooh, if the camera would focus. Ooh, even then it looks crazy. In person, this pretty much just blends in with my skin tone. In person. Keyword. Key phrase. Okay. Let's start off with back. This nice kind of pink transition shade right here. Whoa, lots of kickback in the pan. Like so much. Holy shit. Let me snap a picture on my phone and I will put it in the frame. It's bad. Like, I've literally never seen so much kickback from an eyeshadow. Like, that's scary. There's so much. Oh my god. It looks like I dumped out a loose eyeshadow on top of this. Oof. I don't know how well it'll blend, but we're gonna take Pink Fleet, which is a very, very like fuchsia purple toned pink, that we're gonna give it a shot. One thing I noticed by reading the back of this is that there are actually more pressed pigments in this palette than there are eyeshadows. Which, looking at the color story, is not surprising, but something I never really would have thought about. Or at least I think. I read the number of pressed pigments and it was pretty high, but I didn't actually read through all the shadows. So don't quote me on that, but I'm just going to take a stab and like take a guess. I'm assuming there's more pressed pigment in here than eyeshadow, which again, that's so weird. Never would have expected that. It does not look anything like it does in the pan. Like, This is not that color, but I haven't been like packing it on. I've been using it very sparingly, just to blend, just to get that initial blend. And now I'm gonna take M456 and pack a little bit more of that pink fleet color on. Even still though, in packing it on, I still expected it to be a bit more purple than this. It's still kind of a very pinky color. It almost looks like I applied self-made, but no. This is Pink Fleet. It's like a purple fuchsia. So I have no idea what that's about. I'm probably gonna take the 504. It's a really like tiny like crease brush. So I'm gonna take that mogul color on this M506. And I'm gonna pat. I'm noticing a recurring theme here. This is very similar to the Blood Sugar palette in the manner of once you pack everything on and blend it out, they all just kind of start to look like the exact same fucking color. Like these look nothing alike in the pan or in person, but then once you put them on the eye and blend them out, they all look like the same fucking color of pink. And it's homophobic. I'm kidding. Of course, but it is really annoying because it happens with this palette and Blood Sugar, which is really unfortunate because I love both of them, like color story wise, but like performance wise, they are just not it, man. Now I'm gonna take two in the row of Welcome Back to My Channel Wand Noise, and I'm gonna do a subtle halo, meaning I'm not actually gonna like cut the crease with concealer or anything. I'm just gonna layer a really metallic shadow on top of whatever's already there in the shape of a halo eye. And this looks like absolute garbage. I don't know if this is a pressed glitter or what, but it is not applying. What the fuck? Okay. I didn't want to open them yet because I wanted to use my Tarte Stay Spray. I wanted to use all of that up, but that one, in my opinion, is not super great for enhancing shadow performance. The All Nighter does it real well. I'm going to take a couple spritzes of that. So now that I have some of that shadow wet, okay, there she goes. She popped off, finally. But in my expert opinion, you should not have to fucking wet a shadow for it to perform how it's supposed to. Like, it should be performing like this without having to use setting spray. And the fact that I do have to use setting spray just to get it to do what it's supposed to do in the first place kind of royally pisses me off. I don't want to put words into anyone else's mouth or speak for anyone else, but I'm just going to go out on a limb and assume it would piss anyone else off. So that's actually very pretty, but again, it literally looks like I used the same pink eyeshadow for all of this. And I literally used, I think 3. Yeah, because I used Back, Self-Made, and Pink Fleet. It all just looks like the same fucking color. Except for 2, which obviously is a frosted metallic shade versus a matte shade. So obviously it's going to fucking look different. I got no definition out of those other colors, which pisses me off. Because is $35 for a palette expensive? No. But is it cheap? No, because at the end of the day, it's $35. You know, like, a lot of money. Makeup's expensive, bitch. I don't know. Because, like, I want this to be a positive review, and I really want to like this. But if I don't like it, I can't just say that I like it. You know what I mean? These are the M431, which is the Precision Pencil Crease Brush. Sure as hell not going in my crease, but you know what? I'm gonna use it anyway. So I'm gonna take Wake and Bake, first of all. Ooh, this looks pigmented. Please stay that way. Ooh, bitch. Thank God we finally got something with pigment. No offense to Jeffree or Morphe, but this palette was just royally fucking me in the ass up until this color came along. Now I'm gonna take Nate, which is the bright neon fucking green palette. Oh, thank the Lord. This shade has pigment too. Fuck you. I'm sorry. I was just like expecting, after those first few shadows, oh, actually never mind. Once you put it on, it has pigment, but if you start to blend it and like manipulate it, it just disappears. I feel like you have to pack with like all of these shades, or you're gonna get no pigment out of them. I feel like we're too reliant on bases being wet nowadays. Like personally, I can't use a wet base for eyeshadow. Like I can't go in with a concealer and not set it. It doesn't work for me. It makes my shadows crease. It also makes it so impossible to blend. Like so impossible to blend. But that is this look complete. It's very true to the palette and the campaign of everything just kind of being surrounded by strawberries. Very strawberry, that's for sure. Cute. So now I'm going to take Self-Made, which is going to apply the exact same way Pink Fleet does. I already know it. And I'm going to start to blend that in my crease. I'm using that as my transition shade. I'm confident enough in my makeup skills that I can blend a neon pink shade like this without a transition shade. Have it still look flawlessly blended. Whenever I wear makeup into store, all of our clients always come in and they're like, oh my gosh, I love your eyeshadow, like I wish I could do makeup like that, or they're like, I love your brows, I wish I could do that. And it's like, sit in front of a mirror and practice. Like I really, like there's nothing else I can say. Sit in front of a mirror and practice and find out what works for your eye shape, what doesn't. Like it literally just, it takes practice. Like that's it. That's it. I'm tempted to take Glam Rapids. Cut my crease with it. Yeah, fuck it. So I'm gonna grab it. By the way, the one I used for up here and the one I'm using now is an M124. So I'm gonna take a little bit of setting spray, dip into Glam Rapids, and then since I'm extra, take another spritz of setting spray once you have the shadow on the brush. And I'm gonna do a half cut crease. I will never lie to y'all about anything. I'm not on anyone's PR list. Actually, that's a lie. I am on somebody's PR list. They haven't sent me PR yet. They haven't sent anybody PR yet, so it's not just me. But if y'all have never heard of Kink Cosmetiks, they such an incredible brand. I'm absolutely 110,000% here for everything that they stand for, and I live for them. They are based in Canada, and yeah, if you've never heard of them, you should really check them out. I will link their Instagram in the bio of this video. So now that we've got that blended out, I'm going to take a Drive Through, which is this gorgeous like copper like green. So pretty. I'm going to use that to blend out this Glam Rapids color. So now I'm going to take Nate on that same M124, the bright neon candied apple green, and I'm going to pack. I'm going to pack and then I'm going to blend. So I'm going to pack this Nate color right along the lash line. Do something real creative. I haven't seen anybody do this with this palette yet. Bitch, let me be the first. just to be clear, I'm just saying I haven't seen anybody do this with this palette yet. That doesn't mean it hasn't happened. I just personally have not seen it. Already, not to toot my own horn, but that was a super cool idea for a look. It was actually kind of a random like split-second decision. I was like, fuck it. Now I'm going to take a Real Techniques fine liner brush, dip into that Nate color, and I'm just going to use this, since it's such a tiny brush, to really just get into the inner corner. And I'm packing this on almost as if it's like a powdered eyeliner. Again, just going in that same shape that you normally would with an eyeliner. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of Calabasas, which is this very dark browny brick red color. Very reminiscent of the Calabasas liquid lip, and I feel like that was on purpose. I hope it's on purpose. I'm going to use that to blend this Nate color into the green, because obviously when you mix pink and green, it'll just make brown. But so I'm going to use this to actually blend them together so it doesn't just turn into mud on my outer corner. Then I'm going to take that M124, the other one, the one with green shadow on it. I'm going to take, yet again, more of that Nate color, and really just start to pack and intensify that. I'm living. Okay, work. I snapped. Tea, sis. Ooh, don't ever let me say that again. I wanted to use Millions, but now I don't even think I do, because I'm like so happy with this, the way this looks currently. Ooh. Let's take Calabasas on a 506, and I'm going to use that to blend it down onto my lower lash line. And then I'm going to transition from Calabasas into Mogul, and then finally into Self-Made once I get more towards the inner corner. Okay, T though, I snapped with both of these looks. They're very different. They are so different. And I'm so happy about that, because I was worried they were going to come out too similar. No, they're so different and so individual, which I love, because I really like looking at this palette, at the color story. You look at it and you start to think, the longer you look at it, the more you think, there's really only about 3 different eye looks I can create with this, but like, no. Like, these are so fucking different. They're both bomb as fuck. Like, they're both bomb, boss-ass bitch looks. But like, they're very different. They're very, very different. And then I'm going to take Self-Made, once again, just the neon corally pink, on a clean 431, start to pack, blend on the inner corner. I'm not going to do eyeliner on this side because that green, it's in the place of an eyeliner. So if I put eyeliner on, literally just going to cover it up. So I think I'm going to do a white waterliner for both of them. Hold on, my house alarm is going off. I will be right back. Alrighty, you guys, so I popped a black waterline over here and a white one over here, threw on some top lashes, threw a winged liner on this side, and we are complete. I will throw in some HD pictures and videos right now of this eye look. Other than that, I'm gonna pop on this. Actually, no, let's not use the Urban Decay one because this was fucking expensive. So let's throw on this Revlon Super Lustrous Lip Gloss in the shade Pinkissimo, and that will finally complete this look. So pretty. It's a really sheer pink, but it's got a lot of glitter in it. So the formula itself is like, you know, only kind of mildly shiny, but the glitter is really fine and really jam-packed. So it just makes it look like a super shiny color. There's not a lot of pigment to the gloss though, it's pretty sheer, which I actually kind of appreciate. This is actually a really good gloss. I low-key found a new favorite. They had a red color. I wish I would have bought it. It was super pretty. Alrighty, you guys. As you can see, this is some real glossy shit for $9. It's non-sticky, you know, everything. So, that completes this look. As I said earlier, but it changed my mind. I will throw some HD photos and videos on the screen right now, just so you guys can get the full effect of how gorgeous this is, because, bitch, I've said it once, and I'll say it again. I snapped. Both of these looks are super gorgeous. I can't lie, I like this side a little bit more. That's just me. But a lot of the green gets covered up by the lashes on this side, which I'm sad about, but like, bitch, I snapped on today what I did right, but holy fuck, I did it right in this thing. Ugh. Bitch. Alrighty. Well, that completes this Get Ready With Me video, even though, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not doing anything. I literally just wanted to play around with the palette and show off a nice little haul that I spent quite a pretty penny on today. So, yeah, that concludes this look and this video. Call it a tutorial if you want. I'm not going to call it that, but yeah, I will see you all in my next one. Bye, guys.